Hello people, welcome in this podcast. We're going to talk about the teachings of Mary Magdalene and Jesus and the Mary Magdalene and Jesus World School. This is my wife Gabriella.
Yeah, and this is my husband Brent.
Yeah, this year we are married for 25 years. And we're going to also talk about a long period that we are going to the south of France, to the pilgrimage site of Rennes-le-Château, the pilgrimage site of Mary Magdalene. And there we always go, most of the years we go there for a summer workshop. And especially this year, we also give there a summer workshop in the English language, and that is special for us.
Yes, we're looking forward to working with English-speaking people and to give this beautiful knowledge, to share it with them.
Yeah, and Gabriella, why is Rennes-le-Château, and why is this valley where Rennes-le-Château is in the neighborhood, why is it so special?
Yeah, my heart goes especially to the valley. That's where the first community of Mary Magdalene was placed. She came after Pentecostes, when the apostles in Judea and Galilee were initiated, the disciples were initiated as apostles, and she has to flee from there because she was threatened. The Roman people and the Roman government in Judea at that moment had the idea that they have killed Jesus, what was not really the fact, but okay, he was crucified, and there was a period in which they were looking for her, for his wife and his family, and they have to flee after the initiation of the apostles. They did that through Ashkelon, that is a special port in now Gaza, the present Gaza region and the coast, and then they flee to Alexandria first. There they met with friends and mostly with Melech. There was a mentor of Jesus and was the person who was going to help his children, the boys mostly, for their spiritual education. And from there they spent a little time there, and then they went to south of France through Santa Maria de la Mer, and they walk with a group of 9 women, female apostles, and 1 male, and different family members and friends who were traveling with them.
And the children.
And the children, of course, yes. Except the boys, the girls, mostly Sarah was with her. Mary Magdalene was pregnant from her next daughter, and that's a story apart. We will have to make a podcast about that.
Yeah.
And then they walk following the river, the Aude.
Yeah.
And
the Autax?
Atax was called there in the Roman language, Latin. And they follow the river, and the river guided them to a special place, somehow south of the present city of Carcassonne, where at that moment there was a Roman settling, so to say. And they were guided by this river to a place that was connected with a very special region, this valley. this valley is an interdimensional place where you can travel between dimensions. It's kind of a port, and in this valley you can find female and male energy are perfect in balance. And they settle in a kind of low mountains, you could say.
Hills?
Yeah, hills, yes, more hills.
Yeah.
Who had a lot of chalk type of
Stone?
Yeah, stone. And there you find a lot of caves. They have cave complex because of their very porous, so to say. And they settled there. They were guided through their own spiritual energy, and there was also a special energy where they could be protected and have a kind of bubble, energetical bubble for their community, so they could decide who was reaching them and who was not reaching them. The people who reach them have to have a good frequency, the real proper frequency to be able to come in. So they were protected from any kind of aggression from Romans or from other people, and they could flourish there and grow and do their process.
Officially, I think the valley is called the Vallée Dieu, so the Valley of God.
Yes.
That is a special name.
That's very a right name.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And why is Rennes-le-Château as a village so important? You know, it is a big name, but it is a small village.
Yeah, that came later. Well, Rennes-le-Château has a very big history. Maybe is a subject for another podcast. But there you have had the Visigoths and also very different folks who were settled there in the past and brought very many reliquies from the past and energetical objects. There is a kind of myth that things are buried there, and people try to find all type of objects and secrets and all those kind of things. And
I remember we had a revelation from Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and they said in that revelation, it's important, more or less, that these secrets are staying there. It's not a good thing that they discover the secrets.
Yeah.
So when there are secrets, people are coming.
Yes.
And that is necessary because to feel the energy and to open their hearts there. It's not about the secrets.
It's not about the secrets. It goes about opening your heart and connect it with your divine self, and also with the teachings of Mary Magdalene and Jesus are a good instrument to connect with your own divinity and balance your female and male energies and develop Christ consciousness, awaken your Christ consciousness in yourself. But what I want to say is that in the 19th century and beginning 20th century, there was a priest called Saunier, and this man, there's a whole story about him, but he happened to create a big fortune with we don't know exactly what, and some secrets, some special position he had there, a power position, and somehow he built a church or dedicated the church that was already there and to Mary Magdalene, and he renovated, he brought a lot of images and different things with a special message that he wanted to live in a kind of hidden way. And he was very rich, and nobody could understand how a priest could be so rich, and very many kings and important people from around Europe came to him. Yeah. So there's more to discover, but
they said that the money comes from the Habsburg family in Austria, in Vienna.
There are a lot of rumors and information, but finally you could say when you go there, that is not the main thing.
No.
That is the main thing is the inner process, the connection. Nature have, in my opinion, much more to offer because there are very many special places in nature around this place. We go to a location that is called Les Labadous, and that is a conference place where we can give workshops and run a program. And around that place, it is very much placed in the valley. And around that place, there are very sacred places and energetical places we are going to visit in our workshop. And nature is there, a special temple for activating different things in ourselves. And personally, I found the town of Rennes-le-Château very interesting and picturesque, you could say. But nature is energetically very powerful.
They say the female energy is there.
Yes. Yes, in nature, you mean?
Yes, in nature.
Yes, it's a kind of vortex, and the male and female energy are very nice, very good, imbalanced.
I'd like to go to the church again, and because what Saunière did, what he transformed the church from a very simple church, a normal, simple, small church in a, well, you could say it's more like a palace, but there's a lot of female energy brought into the church, with a lot of ornaments and a lot of beautiful colors, and so he brought a different energy to the church. Because the church is now different and you compare it to other churches. Don't you agree with that?
Yes, certainly, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what are we going to do with people when they visit the summer workshop?
Yes, first of all, you can say, when you go there, you immerse yourself in a whole energy field. You are surrounded by a very nice, loving field that embraces you, that invites you to come to yourself, to your heart, to be to be restful and to connect with your inner being. So that is a very nice experience there. So the first thing you meet is the place. Then you meet people, like-minded people, like-hearted people, you can better say, that are also interested in the same things that you are. And then the group is also a very nice bedding to connect and to share this experience. You will connect with us, that we are there for you. And you will connect with Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and Mary and Joseph that are always in the background supporting them, and their whole network of earthly, spiritual and cosmic beings. Mary Magdalene and Jesus work with a whole spiritual network from beings from inner earth, beings from extraterrestrials, from other dimensions, from other times. They have a whole network, and they will be there for you too. And nature is there for you, and the whole staff from this place, Les Labadous, are very nice and loving people who are also there for you to make you feel at home and comfortable, and so that you have nice food, very whole food, and you can only focus in with your own process, be busy with your own process. And further, we are going to work through different things with you, through meditations and healings, revelations that Mary Magdalene and Jesus give us, especially for this workshop, for this group. We are going to work also with some exercises and a kind of different type of awakening exercises, rituals, reflection aspects, etheric oils. We will work with different elements. Also, we are going to attend a beautiful concert from a spiritual pianist that's called Devayani. She's living in the surroundings in a place close to Leilabdou. And so we are having a pretty complete program in the morning. Mostly we go to nature, we go walking and hiking in nature, and we then we have a nice lunch, and in the afternoon mostly we have a workshop, and in the evening we have a spiritual or a musical program. Also some playful things we will do there, so it's more relaxing. So we have, in fact, a whole day program, you can say.
There are beautiful places to visit also in the neighborhood.
Yes.
So, for instance, the Fontaine des Amours.
Yes.
And they say Mary Magdalene baptized their, let's say, followers or people who were interested in her teachings.
Yes, and mostly in the surroundings, you can say.
Yeah.
We are going to give a baptized also for those who want that in the group. Almost everybody wants that, but we have had very nice experiences with the group.
Yeah, we can say that it is perhaps the most important ritual. It is a ritual. Mary Magdalene and Jesus asked us to do that.
Yeah. And we have also baptized a dog. It was very, very nice. Kevin. You remember?
That is true, yeah.
Yes.
But we baptized people also in the River Jordan when it was safe to go to
Israel,
Palestine and Israel. And then when it was not possible, Mary Magdalene and Jesus asked us to baptize people. And we have a beautiful texts for that to do that, and it's also it's always one of the most important things. And people change after they are baptized. They change, you know.
Kind of initiation.
It's a beautiful initiation in life.
Yes,
that's true. And you have two important hills. You should say mountains. So the Bukarach is the male.
It's a mountain.
The male mountain, and you have the Pechkardou, and that is the female mountain. And we most of the years we gonna climb or walk on to the top of the Pechkardou, and that's always a party to do that.
Yeah, so there are different energetical places we are going to visit, and there we meditate in those places, and we receive different healings there and blessings from Mary Magdalene and Jesus and their network, from nature themselves. And there is also very special forest we go to in the surroundings of Bukarach that has an opening for beings from inside the earth, or from outside the earth. It's a kind of portal place to go. And we will have different experiences, but our focus is mostly to support the group and support each of you in your personal process and in your own quest, why you come to such a workshop and what you are looking there for. And we attune with the group and with what the group needs and what your personal reason is to be there. We always start with a ritual, with a welcome ritual, where you will be able to speak up your own intentions that brought you there and what you want to accomplish for yourself. So we have a group intention, but we have also personal intention that makes this workshop very personal. So that next to all the things we do and all the places we visit, our focus and Mary Magdalene and Jesus and their network also is to support you in your own process and what brings you there, and mostly what aspect of your heart are you developing and you want to open and to explore and to realize there.
Yeah, it's very important to speak out your personal intentions for that week. Huh? for the workshop.
Yeah.
And that is. And we almost forgot, but this year we also have the Mary Magdalene Day celebration in the workshop, July 22.
Yes.
I think that's very important too, and I always like to say, because sometimes when that is not possible because there is another group on July 22. But this year we have the English group on Mary Magdalene Day in Rennes-le-Château.
Yes.
And then we also have a Mary Magdalene ritual.
Yes, we we take a moment in that day, part of the day, to connect with Mary Magdalene especially and greet her in her name day. And everybody who wants that have a space to speak up to her, what you want to tell her, or if you want her to support you in something, or if you want to dedicate something to her, or give her a present in any way. It can be something physical, something spiritual, emotional, whatever it feels good to you. And that's a very special moment where we connect with her and we thank her for her contribution to humanity and to the healing and the rising of the feminine. That is a key element to healing humanity at this special time. We see the healing of the masculine and the feminine both in this time very important. But you can say that the stepping forward of female energy, a very special and important aspect is from the transformation we are now going through to a higher consciousness as a species, as humanity. And when male and female are in balance, in which way every person experiences that, and we experience that collective, we are going to be able to experience unity. And unity is the basis of our next step in our consciousness growth that brings us to more cosmic citizenship, can you say.
Your mother was born on July 22.
Yes, she was.
And what was her name?
Yeah, my mother was Julia Maria Magdalena. Maria Magdalena in Spanish, no? Julia Maria Magdalena.
Julia Maria Magdalena?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a coincidence.
No, that is not. I don't think so.
How did you create that?
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Okay, we have a team, a special team for this workshop. It's called Mary Magdalene and Jesus on the multidimensionality of humans. Of you.
Yes.
Can you say something about this multidimensionality?
Well, this place is a very ideal place to experience your multidimensionality, because it is a place where dimensions are very close to each other, are very open. And we as humans, we look very solid, but we are much more than this physical body. Probably most of the viewers know that we have also an energetical body and emotional and psychic bodies, but we also have our soul bodies, and we have also our high spiritual developed bodies. So we have like our higher self, you can say. So between our divine source at the absolute level of God, we are in a pure level of God, and our manifest aspect of our divine source that is at the center of the earth, between those two source aspects of the same source that manifest double when we are incarnated, then we have all our spiritual and energetical and physical and earthly bodies, you could say. But mostly we have connection with the four earthly bodies that are physical, energetical, emotional, psychic. That is our image of who we are, our identity, our earthly identity, you could say. But in fact, we are much more than that. We have very high developed consciousness layers of aspects where we are connected in some way. But somehow, for many people, is that a kind of unconscious process. we can hear our higher self, sometimes in meditation, or sometimes we are much more present to our higher self. It is a growing process, but in this region, and we will support in this workshop also your connection with your higher self and with your more subtle bodies. There is a special energy field where you can feel your own divinity and your own connection with your layers of unity, of unconditional love, of wisdom. They will all incarnate more deeply in you, and we will do everything to support that process. So that is your multidimensionality. Each of those bodies open the way to a different density, you will say, to different density, and but also they connect you with also different dimensions that are different universes if you go so far. But in general, they are connected with a different frequency of experience, and every density has its own rules and way of functioning. So when you experience your multidimensionality, you learn, you discover how these densities of different frequencies function, and you can attune with them in a more conscious way. So they connect with your personality, and then you take that home, so to say. Once you have felt that, then you can come back to that frequency, to that experience, and call it up in yourself when you meditate, when you're at home. And well, you have in every country special places to experience this, and mostly in nature. So yeah, you will be able to activate that in your own way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
There are also extraterrestrials in the neighborhood.
Yes.
In the Bucharest Mountain, they say there is a hoe zeg dat? Hoe zeg je dat?
Portal?
Yeah, and in the will you tell us about it?
Well, in the whole region, in this time, very much people talk about disclosure, about bringing up very many things. It's a total other subject to dive in, but people talk about connections with beings from inner Earth and other planets and our galaxies, etc. And they are many times present, also spiritual beings in our surroundings, and we can connect with them intuitively, or in meditation, or in prayer, or in healings. But to be able to connect more intensively with them, we need to refine our frequency. So in fact they are present, but the way we will feel that is also depending on each person, the openness, the emptiness we can have, if we can let go of our expectations and just open ourselves to the contact with them, we can feel them. And mostly in the healings they are more present, more directly present in our surroundings and interacting with us. So yes, they are, and in that place, yeah, there is very intense. And under the Bucharest mountain is an intergalactic portal. So they, many extraterrestrials and ships and all those things go there. Or when they are, I don't know if now still are doing that, but. They are.
It's a very interesting aspect,
yes.
I think, and sometimes they greet us by showing they are manipulating the clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see clouds, and there's no cloud. You see a blue sky and a white cloud, but it is a totally different form than normally. So they
hide with the clouds.
It's more or less a joke. They play with us there.
Yeah, they hide themselves with the clouds.
Yeah.
Yes, that's funny.
Okay, back to the valley. Mary Magdalene lived there for a long time.
Well, that was her home base,
Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah.
We are having, we have received 2 books, almost 3 now, because we are going to publish a 3rd one, or the leadership of Mary Magdalene, that it is taking place in that, mostly in that region.
Yeah.
And she started creating the community there, that we will visit the place where, not exactly the caves, but we will be up them, so to say, in the upper part of them, because that has been bombed and destroyed in many ways, and is now almost unreachable because it's kind of wild forest, like how say that fairy tale from okay.
Sorry, I don't know.
The Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
The Sleeping Beauty forest.
All right.
Yes. Okay. And then we will visit that place. And she founded her first community there, but later she have traveled a lot. And there was a group who remained there, like also maintaining that community. And from there, the first apostles and women apostles mostly traveled to different places, and some men also, and started to promote in the Christ awareness, so to say. They didn't preach, they promote the awareness. That's different. It is a more feminine way of doing things, not imposing something, but just inviting people to connect with this energy and to discover what the Christ energy had to offer them. And from there, they spread around many places, and Mary Magdalene is traveled a lot to, for example, Avalon in England, the present Glastonbury.
To Alba, Scotland.
Alba, yes, to the present Santiago de Compostela, that region, also to the region from the present Rennes-le-Château, for example. But she also traveled back to Italy, and she traveled also energetically with her light body to many places, and also through portals. She traveled through around the world and visit different shamans, and well, that's a whole story.
That's a different story.
Whole story.
Yeah.
But she was created and activating a female network and a loving network around the world. And she was supporting also, of course, the apostles and creating new connections with new people, and the people who awakened to Christ consciousness. They worked together with her, and some Celtic people too. They combined their loving for nature, their Celtic traditions, with the Christ awakening. And there's a lot to say. We are very blessed to have received different books about her leadership.
Yeah, because the first people she met and were open for the Christ's teachings, there were Celtic tribes.
Yes,
in the neighborhood of
yes.
the Pyrenees.
Yes, we're not in the present Middle East, but when she went to this place, she met different Celtic tribes, and together with her team, with a community where she was living with the apostles and children, everything. Children were very important. They played a very special role in awakening the Christ consciousness by other tribes and other groups. And also she supported with her team, some Celtic tribe to go into the earth, to go live inside the earth. That is something we are receiving information right now in our courses.
That is a very special story.
Very special story.
Yeah.
And we can also say that Jesus was regularly present with her in his light body. So he was seen there, and the light body is something you can touch if here we allow you. It can
You
become
can see
solid.
the light body here.
Yes,
It's
let's
an
see
example
that.
of the
Yes.
light body.
This is our book over the crucifixion, but you can see here a special picture. There is a real picture of Jesus, and this is taken by the how you say the burying the funeral, yes, of this little small boy. And they were in the time when you don't have digital pictures, but you just take pictures with analog rolls,
Cameras,
so to say, yes. And then when they developed one, there were different pictures with a spiritual imprint, and this was one of them, where Jesus is showing how he is taking the boy with him, so to say.
So he showed the boy where the light is.
Yes, and he brings him, he takes him his arm and he brings him with himself.
Yeah, he's carrying him.
Yeah, and that was a very big comfort to the family, I think.
And the parents.
Yes, but what we want to show here is his light body, because he is showing here his light body and how his energy field is now. And you can say that Jesus, like Mary Magdalene, they are spiritual beings, and they manifest in this way for us, so that we can understand that we identify them and understand that they are a manifestation of that energy in a way is known to us, so to say. But normally they are like a consciousness.
Yeah. So Jesus appeared regularly.
Yes, he was appear regularly there, and people could see him, and he blessed many times groups and connect with his children and work together with Mary Magdalene a lot. They connect with everything that was important. They are twin souls, and they connect together in consciousness and in their hearts. So they were always working together in that region.
One other thing, another thing we have to stop talking about the summer workshop.
Yes.
That daughter Sophia is born there.
Yes.
In the community near Rennes-le-Château.
Yes.
And that was a special event, and that makes the place even more special, I think.
Yes.
Because it was also new life.
New life.
And so Mary Magdalene and Jesus before the crucifixion made love and
conceive a new girl. Yes, they conceive a new girl, and it's a special story.
Yeah.
And I think we can tell this story in another podcast, because it deserves to have.
That is true. There is much to say about that, but the result of it all was that Sophia was born.
Sophia was born, yes.
There in the valley.
Yes.
And I think that is a very important aspect, because that was also very important for the whole community there.
Yeah, yeah. That's
new life is always special.
And you can associate that, for example, with the resurrection of Jesus as male Christ, so to say. During Easter, Easter feast that we are now in this moment, just finishing it. For Mary Magdalene had her own way of experiencing a kind of death, experiencing death and reborn experience, and that we'll talk about in another podcast, but the result of that experience was the birth of Sophia, and that was the symbol of resurrection connected with her womb and with the awakening of the female Christ. And that we will talk in another podcast.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we talked a lot about this special summer workshop in this special place, and we're looking forward to visit, and we're hoping that there will be a nice group to work with from people who can come everywhere but speak the English language.
Yes, and it is nice to say, if you have questions about, just connect us, you can call us, you can send us an email, I can imagine that this calls for a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
just don't hesitate to connect with us and to ask whatever you want about that.
When you want to find us, the workshop, you go to the Mary Magdalene and Jesus.com.
Yes,
Mary
there you will
Magdalene
find
and
it.
Jesus.com.
Yes.
Thank you for the explanation.
Well, thank you too,
And
and
we see each other.
we hope to see you there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.